As we head toward the primary election, Minnesota's major political parties have announced who they're backing at conventions this weekend. Delegates have made their choice for governor. The DFL endorsed Amy Klobuchar at their convention in Rochester. The GOP endorsed Kendall Qualls as they met in Duluth. Then to fill the seat of outgoing Democratic Senator Tina Smith, the GOP endorsed Adam Schwarzy, while the DFL gave its support to Peggy Flanagan. Even with those endorsements finalized, it's far from a done deal. As Ashley Grams reports, several endorsed candidates will still face challengers in the August primary.
Both parties declaring their pick for Minnesota governor. DFL delegates endorsed Amy Klobuchar, while the GOP endorsed Kendall Qualls. The Republican endorsement coming after 10 rounds of voting amid hiccups with the electronic voting system.
We're all out here on break because the voting machines broke down.
State Representative Jim Nash saying on social media it, quote, casts a huge shadow on a potential endorsement. Political science professor David Schultz says this adds a layer of controversy.
There seemed to be, by the end of the night, questions regarding whether or not the technology and the counting was really accurate. And so we walk out of that convention wondering what's going to happen next.
Mike Lindell, even without the endorsement, is expected to challenge Qualls in the primary. As for Lisa Dameth, who trailed Qualls in the final rounds of voting, earlier this year she told WCCO she would honor the party's choice at the convention.
I have committed to both seek and abide by the endorsement.
Endorsed candidates for U.S. Senate will also face challengers later this summer.
So the primaries this year could actually be very, very significant in August.
GOP endorsed Adam Schwarzy will face Michelle Tafoya. DFL endorsed Peggy Flanagan will face Angie Craig. Craig opted out of the convention altogether, but Schultz thinks she could still find a way to win.
Given the fact that the voters in the Democratic primary seem more willing to reject the convention nominee, Angie Craig may be betting on that.
And Professor Schultz says Craig could also be banking on the fact that voters see her as more moderate than Flanagan. She's raised more money as well. Funding and name recognition can have a lot of power, something a GOP analyst says Republicans need to win in November.
In a state that I contend is a purple state, I know it, I've seen the numbers, but if we do not field a candidate that can raise the money, can have the name ID, that can work and debate an Amy Klobuchar or an Angie Craig or Peggy Flanagan in these big races, we are not going to ever win.
Both Schultz and Frederickson noting that primary voters may or may not reflect what the parties decided on this weekend.
Frederickson just mentioned the money. We know there are big differences in how much of it each of these candidates have.
Yeah, and the results at these conventions, they don't always align with who's ahead in fundraising and who's ahead in polling. So lots still to be seen here.
Yeah, a lot to happen before August. Thank you, Ashley.